What is up, guys? Thick Cactus here. Thank you so much for stopping by. And today, with the recent massive Destiny 2 announcement that sunsetting was getting removed, certain weaponry has seen its stock rise dramatically to become absolute must-haves for your arsenal. That's what we're going to talk about in today's video, and so let's get started. But just before we do, I'm giving away a pair of ASTRO A40s plus the mix amp thanks to my partnership with ASTRO. If you want to be entered, all you gotta do is hit subscribe, like, favorite every video I've ever made. Also, go to your neighbor's house, tell them I'm playing. All you really gotta do is follow me on Twitter at RickCacus and tweet at me something with the hashtag Thick Cactus. And exactly how you see it on screen, same spelling and everything, you'd be surprised. So that's all you need to do and you'll be entered. If you don't want to wait, you can always click the link in the description down below or use code CACUS and save on any Astro product while supporting the channel. Alright, now let's get started here. And first things first, if you missed that absolutely colossal announcement, I did do a video detailing everything you need to know, so click that, it's linked up above. But what do I mean by having their stock raised to become must-haves? Well, a great example lies here with the True Prophecy. This is a 120 hand cannon and it can get some pretty decent rolls. I don't have the best rolls, but I've seen a lot of people with some fantastic god roll True Prophecies. However, even with the 120 hand cannon buffs and that archetype becoming extremely meta, people have shied away from using the True Prophecy because it was supposed to sunset at the end of this season. So a lot of people have maybe a better roll of their True Prophecy than their Igneous Hammer, but they're thinking, hey, I might as well get used to the Igneous Hammer because my True Prophecy is literally going away. But with the knowledge we now have, that True Prophecy god roll, if that's your best 120 god roll, take that baby out of the vault and start using it, because it's not going anywhere. And so with that concept in mind, the first group of huge winners from this announcement is the Deepstone Crypt raid weapons. A lot of these, especially things like the Heritage, the Secession, really anything with that reconstruction perk is absolutely incredible for PvE play. However, the big shadow over the heads of all of this loot was the fact that if these are cracked for PvE, what is the pinnacle PvE activity? A raid. And you wouldn't have even been able to use them in the next big brand new raid hitting Destiny 2 with the Witch Queen. Now you will. So that god roll heritage again just shot up in value. However, I do want to emphasize it is a lot more than that heritage. A lot of people get tunnel vision over it because it is kind of the best of the bunch, but stuff like the Commemoration, the Trustee, even the hand cannon, etc., all of those guns have incredibly good PvE rolls, and especially with the seasonal artifact mods rotating all the time, if they ever add machine gun barrier piercing rounds, right? The Commemoration god roll is going to become very important to have access to. So don't poo-poo the non-heritage weapons in this raid. But moving on from there, the next group of massive winners would definitely be the Warmind weapons, because Warmind cells are arguably the best PvE mods in the game. The absolute power those mods have to clear a room of ads is unmatched. Now, Bungie did confirm that they are likely to receive a nerf, but they will still probably be really, really good. So stuff like the Aikilos SMG, arguably the best of the Warmind weapons, but also we have the Escalation Shotgun, and of course we have all of the Season of Worthy weapons, stuff like the Machine Gun, like that was going away at the end of this season, and that is the only heavy Warmind weapon. If you want a heavy weapon that can make Warmind cells normally, that is your only option, and that is super, super important. So you absolutely want to ensure that you have a few PvE god rolls with some Warmind weapons because they aren't going anywhere and therefore Warmind cells aren't going anywhere. But moving on from there, the next group that got a lot better is the cracked PvP shotguns. So the poster child for that is of course the Felwinters Lie. This is like the most used PvP gun in the entire game. Bungie did confirm that they were nerfing this alongside Warmind cells, but we don't know when that is happening, and this was supposed to sunset at the end of this season. But something else I would actually put into that group, and something that could become the next PvP god if Bungie is too focused on the Felwinters Lie, is the Astral Horizon, the original one that could get quick draw. The new one cannot get quick draw. That is a big deal. But the original one, if you still have yours, that could get quick draw plus opening shot. And it was, and arguably still is, the best in slot shotgun for PvP in the kinetic slot. So again, if Bungie gets laser focused on the Felwinters Lie, just nerfs that but leaves the Astral alone, it could rise to the top. Now, there's definitely some weirdness going on with the Trials weapons because there's so many different versions. I mean, for the Astral Horizon, you have the original version. Then you have the Adept version that came out with Season of the Hunt and has that symbol. And now you have the newest version that is actually a reissued Astral Horizon that has this season's symbol, Season of the Chosen, but it can't get quick draw. So definitely, that's not confusing at all. But speaking of Trials weapons, you do also have stuff like the original Summoner that has a great PvE god roll. Again, was supposed to sunset at the end of this season. Now you can use it forever. That's gone up in value. And another big group I would say that has gone up in value is the Iron Banner weapons. Remember, with Season of Arrivals, a lot of them got refreshed, right? And brought forward into that infusion cap. All of them are good to go now and will be able to be infused for the foreseeable future. We often focus on like the brand new 2 Iron Banner weapons, in this case the Time War Inspire and the Multimac that were added this season, but if you kind of look back, there are some great options here. I mean, the Forward Path is a really solid auto rifle. It can get Feeding Frenzy multi-kill clip for PvE. The Bite of the Fox is actually a really solid sniper with its god roll. So these weapons that I think a lot of people were focusing just on the new ones because they had the knowledge that, okay, with the next summer season, all of these are getting sunset for the most part. Now they're all good to go. And moving on from there, a few odds and ends. Firstly, the Fallen Guillotine. All right, this was introduced in Season of Arrivals, and this is still really the best legendary PvE sword in the entire game. Even with the recent sword nerfs, it is still very, very powerful. So getting your hands on this is definitely important. Another big one, the Philo, the first in, last out. So again, this thing, people were already really looking for replacements to this, especially with the Europa slug shotgun, and that could last 1 season more than the Philo. But now that the Philo is good to go, you really don't need that Europa shotgun. You can just use that Philo forever. However, aside from just listing weapons, I also want to mention a mindset change that has to go on here, and that is the fact that new weapons are becoming a little bit less valuable, in the sense of a lot of you guys, I'm sure, when you were getting new weapons from, for example, Season of the Chosen, and they were okay rolls, you were hanging on to them because, yeah, you might have a better old roll, but you know that, okay, this is from Season of Arrivals, it won't even last until the Witch Queen, so I'm looking for that replacement. Now, you can be a lot more picky with new weapons. If you're not getting the utter god roll for your new weapons, don't even bother saving them. They have to be better than those old versions because nothing's sunsetting. So that should ease a little bit of the pressure on your vault, but again, that's something that we need to get used to moving forward. And so guys, that is it for the video. I hope you enjoyed and found this informative. If you did, please remember to help me out by simply rating and especially sharing this video. If you guys want to see more Destiny 2 content similar to this, don't be afraid to slap that subscribe button. If you want to get in touch with me and keep up to date with the latest channel paranormal activity, the best way is to follow me on Twitter at RickCacus. That's linked in the description down below. Again, I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, have a good day.